Good morning and welcome to me struggling with hay fever again, but that's not important. My 33 Skyline, we've had a little bit of an issue with it. You may or may not be able to tell from this angle already, but a couple of weeks ago I was driving the car, had a little bit of fun with it, as you do, and the issue's going to lie in that rear corner there now. It's kind of difficult to make out on camera. No, it's kind of not. What happened was, whilst I was driving it, the rear steering arm, because this car originally had four-wheel steering, hikers, if you will, came out of the lockout bar, because I've deleted the steering arm, and it's got like a lockout bar, which I'll show you in a minute when we get under there. It goes into there, it keeps it in a straight line, and it came out completely, and the wheel ended up sort of sitting at the front and made it nearly impossible to manoeuvre, because the car just sort of moves around. So now cut to a few days ago, and myself and James took a jack to it on the street, and we managed to get it back in. But it must have been quite far out to start with, because it's actually turned out to be too far. Now the wrong way, as you can see, it now points out at the front and in at the back. So now we've got to try and find the happy medium and make it secure today. So James has armed himself with some Loctite. We're going to put it in and make sure it never comes out again, not by accident at least, and try and deal with it and make it right to drive again, or at least safe, because it kind of feels like you're driving on ice right now. Let's jack it up and have a look at it. All right, so that steering arm, this piece right here, is the sort of whole thing, and where it goes into that there, that's the hiker's delete bar, because that would normally have a steering rack in it. Where the silver little knuckle is there is where it came out, which is where I've wound it back into. So we're going to take that out, put some Loctite on it, rethread it, and then redo the adjustment on here to make this go straight. Oh wow, you can really see it at that angle. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so that's how that comes out there basically, and the green stuff is Loctite that we just put in place. For anybody wondering, the reason I didn't see it before is this rubber boot lives over it, so you can't see it 24/7. We're going to take that back into there now and then settle the adjustment a little bit better. There we go, corrected, secured, and as you look down the side of the car, it's somewhere near in spec. We'll go with that. Alright, so back on with everybody's favourite Skyline. This is where we're at the moment. So, just to recap you, what I've not filmed for the past 2 days, I think it is. It's now Monday afternoon, we were on it on Friday for quite a while and sort of scratched our heads, gave up and put it back in the corner and went, can't do it today. We've spent all morning so far, and it's now like 2:30, working this thing out. And after 5 hours of today, we've got to this point. Let me show you. Crank it. Crank him. That'll be the sounds of the turbo. It is. So, there's a lot of boring stuff that I could tell you about it, but I'm not going to. It's, as I say, it's taken a long time just today to get that far, which is a massive success because it is now running. It runs terribly, as you can hear, and because it's all new and stuff like that, it smells really, really bad. Can't portray that one to you too much, but that means we're making progress. That means we can get somewhere with this thing, finally. So now we've got to put all the extra stuff that we've put on just to get it to this point running, take it back off, and see if we can get everything within the car to do its own job and run it on its own accord. At the moment, we've got no alternator or anything like that running, so we've got 2 batteries hooked up to it just to give it enough power to get this far, because we keep flattening the main battery that's in it. But as I said, we've now got it starting. Let's keep going. All right, so carrying on going together now that we've got it running. We've got a few bits and pieces back into place, some of it temporary, some of it semi-permanent. I've had to order the power steering bottle for it because we didn't have that or any of its plumbing. No idea where that is, but we have got one for a Civic. So somebody who had a garage at that guy's car at that guy's garage is missing it. The issue is it bolts into there, which is full of paint, there, which is a broken bolt, and there, which is also full of paint. Nice prep. So we're just setting up to film on the Hawkeye. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Where is he off? He was in trouble yesterday. He's been naughty. We're all watching you, Steve. Is that what? I want him to do that thing where he looks at the floor. No pressure. He's not doing it. What happened to your slice of bread? Like I don't want to talk about it. Oh, he's doing it. Not straight.
You're not straight.
What about the camera?
Well, how straight do you want it?
Straight. Straight. I'll do. Alright, so on Saturday night, I decided to give this its first sort of run out. We got it on the road, got it MOT'd, and I can see Steve messing around behind me. Got it on the road, got it MOT'd, and I taxed it, insured it, and took it out for a first drive. Like we do on a Saturday night, I put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, the usual stuff. Within 10 minutes, I had a police car pull up to me and say that the car had been bought to them as not taxed or insured, which I proved them wrong, and which was quite interesting. And then following day, took it home. Now where I live is a parking restriction zone, and you have to have either a clock or a permit to be there. Within 40 minutes of the parking restrictions being enforced on a Sunday morning, there was a warden with me, and he put on those little yellow stickers on the windscreen. So it seems to be the theme with this car, because I've now spoken to the previous owner of this car. Now she sold it a little while ago, and there's a lot of stories behind it, which this just seems to maybe attract, I don't quite know. But what I will say is, while I've been driving it over the past couple of days, it's been really good. There's a couple of bits and pieces we still need to finish up and get right with it, but to drive it, it's really good and it's really powerful. And I've been told by the previous owner that it does run, or did run the last you knew, 340 brake horsepower, so that's not too bad. I'm quite surprised the gearbox is still intact, because they don't entirely like it on these 5 speeds. But that's where we've found over the last few days with it. So, as I said, there's no intention for this car to stay, so this will be going, which is the plan I'm working through as we speak right now. More details on that as we go. But once we get through these little bits and pieces, that's it, it's time for it to move on and go to its next home, so to speak. But it is one hell of a car now that it is on the road, and I'm really glad that I did buy it from CoPart. Really glad that I saved it. So I think there's a plan to be made from here on. So that's where we're going to leave this video. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.